Good day. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet today, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. I extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. Today, I'm going to take you through a fun food-based movement warm-up designed for Year 1 students. The idea is simple. Students respond to different food categories using movements. So while they're learning about healthy and unhealthy foods, they're also developing key motor skills like skipping, walking, balancing, and moving safely in space. These foundational skills are essential at this age, as they support coordination, confidence, and overall physical development. I chose this activity because at this age, students really learn best through play and movement. It also helps build early awareness around healthy lifestyles in a way that feels engaging, rather than instructional. This idea is reinforced through experiences like the Kids Day Out event, where students are already exposed to messages about healthy choices in an active and engaging way. Research also highlights growing concerns around childhood and health and well-being. While many not meeting daily movements recommendation, this activity responds to that by encouraging movements in a fun and accessible way. It's inclusive and non-competitive. It gives students every chance to feel successful and involved, regardless of their ability level. Before starting, I quickly check the space for any hazards and make sure there's enough room for everyone to move safely. I would also remind students about moving safely in their own space and being aware of others around them. To bring students in, I quickly use a quick attention cue, like eyes front, bumps down, legs crossed, mouth zip. And then check they're ready, something like, if you're ready, let me hear a clap. From there, I start with a quick discussion. What foods have you eaten today? And which foods do you think help our bodies grow strong? This help gets them thinking, encourages participation, and gives them ownership over the activity. Then we turn those ideas into movements collaboratively by inviting suggestions for actions representing different types of food. I'd say, alright, watch me first, and I model each action clearly. Skipping for healthy food, walking for unhealthy food, and controlled movements for vegetables. I'd exaggerate the movements slightly so they are easily to see and understand. Then I check, can someone show me what healthy foods look like? Before getting everyone to try together, reinforcing correct technique as we go. Once they've got the hang of it, I'd start calling out foods or categories and let them respond. I keep the pace steady at first, allowing thinking time, then gradually build it up as their confidence grows. As they become more capable, I introduce combined cues like healthy and vegetable. So now they're skipping while adding arm movements. This encourages coordination and requires them to process more than one piece of information at a time. Throughout the activity, I pause to give specific feedback, acknowledge effort, and ensure students are maintaining safe spacing while staying engaged and on task. We finish with a short cooldown, including slow breathing and gentle stretching, followed by a quick reflection such as what movements did you enjoy or which foods are very healthy to reinforce learning. This activity is very much game-based and student-centered. It builds on what students already know, gives them choice, and allows them to learn through doing. I'm using explicit teaching through modeling at the start, and then gradually scaffolding the activity as it becomes more complex, while also using questioning to extend their thinking and understanding. In terms of resources, it's really simple. Just an open space like a basketball court and maybe a few cones to mark boundaries and help students visualize their movement area. Safety is a big focus, so I make sure the boundaries are clearly defined, students are spaced out, and we have a clear stop signal like freeze if needed. I will also actively supervise and position myself where I can see all students at all times. To make sure all students are supported, I'd offer different movement options, adjusting the pace and use visual cues where needed. Some students might work with a partner for extra confidence and guidance. For those who are ready for more of a challenge, I could increase the speed and add more complex combination, introduce memory sequences, or even let them take the lead and call out movements for the group. What's great about this approach is that it supports both learning and brain development. By linking movements with concepts, students are more likely to retain information. The use of movements activate different areas of the brain, supporting memory, coordination, and attention. While the multisensory nature of the activity strengthens neural pathways and keeps students engaged. At the same time, they're developing important motor skills, learning how to move their bodies in different ways, control their movements, and be aware of the space around them. As students move through primary school, this activity can grow with them, starting simple in the early years, then becoming more complex with combination, strategy, and even leadership opportunities in the later years. Overall, this is a simple but highly effective way to combine health and physical education. It gets students moving, thinking, and making meaningful connections, all while having fun in a supportive environment. Thank you for your attention.